Am I the only one on tonight? Yeah. Well, anyway, this is a pre-match, and if anyone comes on, I'd love your predictions, and I want you to tell me because I can't get any access to who the team is. So if you're out there, let me know who the team. We'll all be watching us a little bit later. At least I've got one there looking in here. And it's TW, even a Frank, even a T. Hope you're well. Looking forward to the game. You know, after the debacle on Saturday, I was talking to someone and I said, this is a different team. This is an entirely different team to Nottingham Forest. AC Milan, that is. And let's just hope that we turn up. That's all that I hope. I hope Slot's got something, in the locker, so to speak. I just hope that, excuse me, excuse me. And as you said, see, same as myself, can't wait to put things right tonight. Yeah, let's hope that we do. Because we can't play like we did against Nottingham Forest. That was the worrying thing about Saturday. We were at home, full house. Everybody was, raring to go. I'm talking about the fans, that is. The whole of the country expected Liverpool to 3 points and to go forward without conceding as well. Wasn't to be. But tonight, as you said, need to put things right, and that's the problem. That's the key word, need. We need to show up. We've got a great squad of players. When I say we've got a great squad of players, what I mean is we've got, the first 11, shall we say, the first, shall we say, 14. That's why we desperately needed to buy in the summer. Not just bring in one player. And we'll be talking about him in a moment, Federico Chiesa. Hey, Zab, Frank. Hiya, Zero. Hiya, mate. So, this is what we've got to look at. This is what we have to understand. CW's saying, hiya, Zero, mate. And Zero says, Costa starts and Gapco Diaz drops out, as does Robbo. So Gapco Diaz and Robertson were out. Okay, so obviously Costas Samikas is there. So if Diaz is gone, who's on the left? Is it Darwin? Is it Salah, Jota, Darwin? Or is the other fella in the middle, Darwin, with Jota out on the left? I think we got a tough one ahead, Frank, to be honest. Absolutely, Paul. This is no Nottingham Forest, if you know what I mean. If we take in Saturday's team, Nottingham Forest, into the equation, these are far better equipped. They're at home as well. And it's going to be a really tough game for us, if I'm being honest. Costas and Gapco start. I'm sorry there, Zara, okay. Jota, Gapco. It can't be Jota, 2 Jotas, Jimmy Salah, yeah. Yeah, just got it there. Jota, Salah, Gakpo. I mean, of course, you couldn't drop Mo. You know what I mean? No one can drop Mo Salah. He's our most lethal forward and great assister, albeit he had well, I think it's the worst game he's ever wore, a red shirt against Forest last Saturday. So I just I want us to show up this time. I just do not want a defeat. You know what I mean? Do I fancy us? Paul Burke says Paul knows his stuff as well, Billy, with him. He goes to the game, big red, fanatic like us all. The changes he has made should have been on Saturday. This is more important. Bang on. Bang on. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Darryl says Morata is a very tricky player and he's their danger tonight. I think you've got that Abraham as well. He's not a Pusic, is it? They're all bloody dangerous, every one of them. Remember 2005? I've just been looking at Seedorf, Clarence Seedorf on the telly, and he said that it was a mad game, the first one, 2005. He said, but we got our revenge 2 years later. Yeah, we were the better team, and in Athens, 2 years later, we were the better team. We ended up getting beat. They panicked when we scored. They panicked when Crouchy scored. Was it Crouch? Yeah. And they thought, oh, there we go. But it was too late. And I always said at the time, why isn't Crouch starting? Rafa left him on the bench. And I always remember I had io parlo molto lingua italiano molto bene. I speak Italian. And I had Raiuno on. And they were talking, to Paolo Maldini. This is like a week or so before the game. And they were saying to him, who's the danger in Liverpool? And he said, Peter Crouch. He's that tall, we won't be able to handle him. None of us are tall, and he's unbelievable. All right, yeah.
All right, Frank, how you doing, bro?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, I was just saying there, I was listening to, I'm going back to 2007, the Athens game, the return with AC. And I was just saying there why I don't understand why Rafa left Crouch on the bench. That for that game, he just put him on the bench, and it was too little, too late when he brought him on. Anyway, I was saying about I was watching Raiuno a week or so before the game, the final, and they were talking to Paolo Maldini, and he was saying who's the biggest danger, and he said Peter Crouch. He said he's tall, we won't be able to handle him. We haven't got the players to handle him, and he's very good in the air. He's a very good player as well on the floor. That's what he said. And I don't know whether anybody heard that interview with Paolo, because he was on the bench, which is nuts. So what's your take on the game tonight?
Yeah, a few changes there. Robertson, Tsimikas.
Yeah.
Gakpo's starting today. Good to see one of them guys getting a start, Gakpo or Darwin, one out of the two, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm happy in that way. I preferred if Darwin started. I don't know why. I just want Darwin to start games out of the two, if I had a choice. But
I agree.
Gakpo's there to shine then, isn't it? So look, at the end of the day, McAllister, so what's like Gravenberch to the same midfield. You know, I just thought McAllister might have got a rest today.
Yeah. This is. See, I haven't a clue who the team is. I haven't a clue because I've had to, do this. And when I asked, Daryl said Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek are all dangerous. That he's talking about the AC and also Morata. Now, Morata is a very good forward. He is. He's very good. Great Spanish player, Morata, and he is dangerous. Let's see.
But I'm not really worried about AC Milan. Like when you compare that team to the 2005 team, for example, miles apart. You know what I mean? They haven't got that status like they used to. Even though I really like AC Milan, they're my favorite Italian team.
Yeah.
I just feel we should win this.
Okay. Well, Daryl says Austin got 10 out of 10 on his spellings. Proud of this boy, Frank. He's a little warrior. Yeah, of course he is. You'll be good. 10 out of 10 spellings. That's brilliant, there. I'll give him my regards and a hug and a kiss.
Well, Daryl. Yep.
That's great, though. He says, IJK.
Bless, bro, TW. Hope you're cool.
And he also says, great stadium, two great clubs, bring it on. That's it.
Exactly.
I'm so looking forward.
This is status. That AC Milan Liverpool is just a big game, you know. Then you got Man City Inter tomorrow. Like AC Milan Liverpool sounds bigger than Man City Inter for me. I just feel.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Liverpool's the most looked at team on the planet. So you can imagine the people tuning in tonight. You can imagine that. Fantastic.
Around the world, everyone watching it.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to put something up, Jay. Can you talk about this? Okay. I'm going to put it up now. Hang on, let's take... let's just do these before. Yeah, look, Daryl says, there is no one else, JK. I don't trust Jones.
Okay. Yeah, hence why that midfield is the same again.
Yeah. And he says, Alisson, Costas, Kanate, Virgil, Trent, McAllister, Gravenberch, Sobozol, Jota, Salah, Gakpo.
So two changes.
Yeah, well, that's a powerful team. That's a powerful team. It's like, as I said at the beginning, Jay, that, out of 14 players, that's our squad, really, to do well. That's why I said we needed to buy. We really needed to buy. Is Chiesa on the bench, by the way?
Yeah. He's the first time he's on the bench. Thank God.
I think he'll.
I think he'll get a bit. He'll get a few minutes.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? Hang on a minute. It depends. The Pride of Merseyside, Callum, he says Parma done them, and we should beat them. But this is the UCL in the San Siro, gonna be a hard game. Yes, it is a hard game. If anyone thinks that it's going to be easy, like a walkover or, get that out of it.
Yeah, but what do you reckon their fans are saying? They're the guys that are doing their
yeah.
They're probably more scared. I'm not really scared of AC Milan, to tell you the truth, but I reckon they're probably a bit wary of us. We're Liverpool as well, yeah. So like we've been strong But they've won the Scudetto a few years back, AC Milan. That was the first time in a long time. But Liverpool, they've been there and thereabouts, and they have the last few years anyway. So,
Yep.
no worries.
But don't forget, this is in the San Siro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can't get carried away. This is what I've been trying to say. We can't get carried away. With Liverpool and the might of Liverpool. Don't forget, we've had a big change in personnel, a massive, massive change in personnel. And let's hope that we get it right tonight rather than against Nottingham Forest. TW says, Slot just said Chiesa can't play 90 minutes yet. Well, we all know that. He doesn't have to tell us that. We all know that. But I'm going to put something up there, Jay, and I'd like you to go through this if you might. There it is. Can you tell the lads about this?
Yeah. Okay, this is the Champions League Fantasy Football League. We've got one for the Premier League already. If you haven't joined already, we'll get that up in the next show, the code. But this is for the Champions League Fantasy Football. Just whack that code in. If you haven't even made a team yet, just download UEFA Gaming, and then Fantasy Football comes up, and that's the code you just put in there, and then you can join our league.
There you go. So they get that. We'll have it on as well because we're having a post-match video, stream. So we'll be on that as well. And also, if you haven't done your fantasy, Premiership, there it is. And we'll be putting these up.
Yep, that's for the football Premier League one.
Yeah.
And the other one's for the Champions League.
And that's for the Champions League. So we will be putting them up Don't be worrying, at the end of this. Because we're leaving about 10 to 8. About 10 minutes before the kick-off. I've already got us on now. Frank Lampard, he's in the sides of the pitch talking. Frank Lampard. And the other fella, Sturridge.
Yeah, Daniel Sturridge, yeah. But at least Sturridge isn't that typical football presenter, He's got a bit of comedy about him. That's why I like it. He's got a bit of personality,
Yeah.
Sturridge. That's why I like Sturridge. For me, Sturridge, one of the best strikers we had. If he stayed fit, that season, him and Suarez. That was the old days of two guys up top. The good days.
Did you know that he never plays at Christmas?
No?
Yeah. Never played Christmas. Always injured.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's got something to do with whatever religion. I really do. That's what I always thought.
What religion is it?
And as you said, I haven't a clue. Yusuf says, come on, it was always Christmas. He never played Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And, so when people think, well, why Christmas? And the only thing that came out was religion. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a trio game. I don't know. Hugging trees at Christmas. Come on, Liverpool, says Yusuf. And Sturridge was lazy at the time, though. At times, yeah, he was lazy at times. But then again, as JK said there, the fella who brought it all out of him was none other than Luis Suarez.
Yep.
He brought the best out of it. He dragged Liverpool through.
Yeah,
know that. You know that.
For me, Suarez is the best player I've seen with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
At Anfield a few times. What a player.
Same here. And he plays with injuries and everything. I always remember Steven Gerrard saying he was limping. And he went into the dressing room, and he was limping. And he said, I can't wear my shoe, his boots. So Steven Gerrard, bigger feet, and he said, yeah, try that. And he plays with one of Steven Gerrard's boots. He played with it because he couldn't get his other one on, whatever was wrong with his foot. That's what dedication is. He gave 110% every game. And it wasn't Rodgers who got us second. It was him. Without him, you'd have never have finished second. That's in my opinion. And Daryl says, Sabozzo needs to start scoring goals. Absolutely, because our midfielder is down badly. If our forwards can't score and don't score, you rely on the midfield as well. Even the big Veg and Canetta, you rely on them for set pieces. I'm talking about corners and free kicks when they go up there. They should do. I think Virgil should do a lot better. Really, if the ball's planted on his head. Yusuf, if we had a proper defence at the time, we would have walked that lead. Yeah, we've all said that. We've all said that, Yusuf. Don't forget, Liverpool, in the last couple of years, we went after the quadruple twice, not once, twice. And we should have won one of them. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah.
We should have won one of those quads.
Yeah. I think the last season one, they ruined that themselves by giving the clock news. From within, they did it themselves, the idiots. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if Edwards is CEO of this club, some of his decision making is terrible.
Yeah.
And he's meant to be the head of Liverpool Football Club. Nah, mate.
Yeah.
I'll do a better job than him. Terrible decision making all throughout. When he ends up giving us Chiesa, gives us Chiesa for 10 million at the end of the season after got rid of 4 players. It goes on and on and on.
Well, I still say to this day, right now, I'll say it again at the end of the season or whatever. The Chiesa transfer was definitely an appeasement for the fans. Look at the price. And look, we weren't buying anybody. So they must have gone like that, Hughes and Edwards. Listen, we've got to bring someone in, get them cheap. What I didn't like, again, this was in the summer, was Hughes is opportunistic, for transfers. Opportunistic. Didn't like that. I said it at the time, and I'll say it now. I didn't like that, what you said. He's at Liverpool. He's not at Bournemouth. He's at Liverpool. Dickhead. You said that back four we had in 13-14 was awful. John Flanagan, Glenn Johnson. It's great when isn't it? When our lads, on the Chatley fair back. And back four we had in 13-14 was woeful. John Flanagan, Glenn Johnson as fullbacks. We've had look, I'll never forget. I was at the game, Real Madrid, when we smashed them 5-0 over in aggregate. Beat them, smashed them around for 4-0. And when they were bringing on the subs, I think we were 4-0 up at the time anyway. And I went like, I don't know who the was sitting next to, this fella. And Jace Baring, I went, what is he? Look at him. Jace Baring. I couldn't believe it. Fucking hell. I just, this fella was pissing himself laughing, to be honest. Jay, the legend. January, we need a left back, no excuses, says Darryl Murray. Robertson just isn't it anymore, in my opinion. That's what he says about Robert. Callum says, as a football fan, you die for these nights, putting the Prem FA Caribou up a sat. Yes, this is it. I love the Champions League. I go right back when it wasn't the Champions League. I go back to when you had to win the league. You had to be champions of your country to play. That's why we won 3 European Cups under Bob Paisley. Then we won a 4. Champions of our country. No one could achieve that. No one in this country. That's why we're the cream of Europe. This city of ours, this team of ours, Liverpool Football Club. Proper champions, European Cup. Now we've got the Champions League, which is I love anyway. I love the nights. Fantastic. Darryl says the owners want a group to fall short. It's obvious. Glenn Johnson alleged robbed a toilet in the B&Q. Back in the day, Echo played like a toilet at the time.
Glenn Johnson was alright, man.
I watched the retro game, says Callum. It was 12-13. Spearing started in midfield at the Etihad.
God.
Think about some of the players that we have. And some of the great players around them as well. I hope Trent stays in the right back position tonight. I don't want to see that inverted crap, says T. I want him to give us width. I don't want to see Kanate having to cover him all night long. Yes.
Yeah, bang on, bro. I want him to stay out wide, stay right, drop in the middle sometimes. I don't mind that sometimes, but I don't want him just to drop in the middle straight away and hang around there the whole game, not giving us any width. He's dangerous on the width, on the right. Use it.
That's a cracking comment, though, isn't it? They're all cultural comments, to be honest. Every one of them. Every single one of them. And Yusuf says, Johnson was horrible defensively. I remember that game against Real Madrid at Anfield where we lost 3-0. He was a fault for like 2 of the goals. Blimey, you're going back there, aren't you? I'm going 2-1 Reds. All right, lads, can you give us a prediction, please? Give us a prediction. Do you know what I don't want, though, Jay? I'm being honest, Steve. I'm being honest. If we come unstuck, I don't want fans going, oh, well, it's early days, there's other matches to go. It's not the point. We want this team to win. We want this team to win. And if they come out with silly excuses like, oh, well, it's only one, there's a long way to go in the Champions League. I don't want any of that. They're stupid excuses. So Darryl says 2-1. Yusuf says 2-0. Callum says 2-1 Liverpool. And Paul Bay, good friend, goes to score. 1-1 for me. TW, 2-1 Liverpool. And as Darryl says, which is spot on, we need a huge performance. And I think what he means there, Jay, is from Saturday.
Yeah. You know, if we won Saturday, it would have gave us more boost for this game. You know, that loss was a bit of a smack on the head. You know,
Yeah,
took
yeah.
the air out the balloon. You know, just like one of them ones.
That's a good analogy, that, because it did. Now, if we would have beaten Forest, look,
We'll be buzzing now for the next game. Yeah.
we're a far better, we're a far superior side than Forest. We were at home, and we should have wiped the floor with them. We should have done. But Nuno, he tried sluting nuts with his tactics. And anyway, but that's by the by now. That's gone. That's by the by. Tonight, we've got to see what Sluter's made of. Because, as I said, we've got great players. We really have great players. He's being left with. Let's see how he uses them. Yusuf says, Frank, do AC play anything like Forest? No. No. AC might just play like they normally play, like just sit back, absorb everything and counter attack. They're so quick, actually, counter attack. And they just got the first win against Venezia at the weekend. So now, especially with their fans, don't forget their fans have got a great respect for Liverpool, and we have for them as well. And this is why it's a Titan game. Titan. Not like Titans, like Titan. Titan, Titan. Titan game. Because of the two greats, AC and Liverpool. I wanted to take France in, but I didn't know it was the first match. Said to her, I'll take it. When all the teams came out who were playing, I said, I'll take it to the San Siro. She said, well, yeah. I said, yeah. Oh, great. And it was the first bloody game. I thought it would have been next year or later on, near Christmas or something like that. The Pride says, Frank thoughts on big raggy Cleveland's time at half. I can't forget last minute goal. Yeah, he scored the last minute, didn't he? Against Burnley. Yeah, Cleveland. He never gets mentioned, when you talk about play. That was a Mazzetta, that wasn't he? He just threw himself in a rock of players. I think it's his nose and he went in the net with the ball, didn't he? I forget that. But, he tried.
Him and Lovren with the partnership at the back that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Lovren was all right, And I'll tell you who else I thought was all right, and he always gave it 110%. Big Skirtle. Big Martin Skirtle.
Yep, one of my favourites. Gave 100% that guy.
I'm glad 100%, you said that.
He wasn't the greatest player, but I think he was solid. He was solid.
He was solid.
He had a goal in him as well.
Yeah. Yusuf says, Lord Clever, he used to call him. Watching the weekend game back, I thought Trent's attitude stunk against her. I think most of that. I understand that.
I know what he means, because with Trent, like the first 3 games, attitude bang on. Played 2 games for England, got man of the match, comes back and he's sort of lackluster. We don't want to see that. Like for me, he could have played 1 England game. He was man of the match in both of them England games. And I said, I'd rather he was man of the match in this Forest game at the weekend. Forget the 2 England games. You know what I mean?
Do you know what annoyed me about, all right, she said it about Trent's attitude. He seems to have like a swagger. And I don't like that, And not rushing over to take any corners. Just strolls over.
Yeah, get on with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Get on with it.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
Get over there and take the fucking corner. That's what me like. And Zadel says, Grav needs to be on it from the goal. Yeah. Zadel says, Clav the Slovak. Yeah. The Pride says, I love Skirtle. I thought Skirtle was unbelievable.
I think a lot of fans did. I think majority of Liverpool fans had a soft spot for Skirtle, man. He put
but he never gets mentioned. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, he never gets mentioned, true. No one really talks about Skirtle, Yeah, they talk about Carragher more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, Skirtle was the guy, man.
Yeah.
Them 2 goals against Arsenal, the one at Man City banged in. You know what I mean?
Did you know his sister's name was Myrtle,
Okay, that's what I heard.
Myrtle Skirtle. Do you know when I was about 14, 15, you find out who girls are, if you know what I mean. And there was a girl, and her name was Flo. And honestly, her brother's name was Donald. John Duck. Honestly, his name was Donald. I had to pack her up. I couldn't go. His brother's name was Donald Duck. I love Skirtle and Agger. Yes. Agger was always injured though. Danny Agger. I've been in Danny Agger's house. Well, his flat. Cracking flat. Sefton Park. It's in his house. I tell you a player I liked, Lucas Lever, says Callum. What did you think of Lucas?
The Skirtle just did a job, Not special. He was all right.
Hello, Frank and JK and chat says Anfield Uncle Rons.
That's right.
Hi, Uncle. You're okay. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. And them goals Skirtle scored, 2 of them. 2 goals. It's never thought. It's against Arsenal. They were in the Anfield Road. Were they in the Anfield Road? They were, weren't they? They were in the Anfield Road.
Yeah, first half.
Unbelievable. Skirtle scoring 2. One was a header, wasn't it? And the other one was a shot, if I remember correctly. And Mary Darrell says, Lucas loved the club and adored by fans. He was. There's some fans who didn't like him, though. A few of my mates didn't. He's always, what they said, and they were right in their respect as well. He was always fouling and dangerous places. Just outside the 18-yard box. And it was always on the side of the 18-yard box. Fouls. But, you know, he never moaned or anything if he was dropped. And, you know, he came on and gave it 110%. When he started, he gave it 110% as well. So I've got nothing but admiration. I'll just say that about Lucas Leiva. And Darryl says both of them were headers, swear you. Okay. Thanks, Darryl. But one of the headers, blimey, to laugh at it. Like a bullet. Like a big bullet, you know. Yusuf Lucas couldn't score in a brothel. Where I am now, and I could the one goal he scores was in the FA Cup game against Havant and Waterloo. Do you know what? No, he couldn't score. I remember, I don't know what game it was, please. I don't know what game it was. He didn't have it, well. It's hit someone's neck. When the goalie was going the wrong way, and it hit someone's neck and went outside. Would have been a cracking goal. I think it was Everton. I'm sure it was Everton. Sure of it. Let me beat them. We beat Everton. That Goodison, actually. Oh, that stupid right back who's absolutely dreadful for Everton. He was sent off. Clattenburg. Never forget him, just sent him off. Get off, you. I think he sent him off because he couldn't play football. To be honest, nothing else. It's terrible. That was back in 2007. Says Yusuf, you know, when he scored. And he says, didn't Rafa turn him into a DM leaver? Yeah, he did actually. You're right there. And Callum says, our front six against Arsenal, 13-14, Sterling, Suarez, Sturridge, Coutinho, Gerrard, Endo. Then we get a dead back line in Sissoko, Torre, Skirtle, Flanagan, and Allen. Flanagan and Allen. McNally.
There's a nice top six there.
I didn't mind Sissoko, you know. I didn't mind it. I thought Big Momo Sissoko, thought he was all right. Right, I'm off to watch the boys with Austin. Love you, Frank, Dad. All right, I'll see you later, mate. But, you know, hopefully you can join us later on, you know, with your comments after the game. If little Austin's asleep, okay. Remember Klopp laughed his head off when Lucas took that shirt. It was Everton at Anfield in 2016 when we won 4-0. Yeah. Yeah, Funes Mori kissed the Everton badge when he got sent off. Whatever happened to him? And as the two says, come on, Mo, give us a huge performance tonight. Yes, that's more like it. Yeah. Charlie the Bud. Hello, boys. Hey, Charlie. Thanks for joining us, mate. And Yusuf says, 13-14, our attack was Jennifer Aniston and our defence was Susan Boyle. No disrespect to Susan Boyle. You're right there. Our attack was Jennifer Aniston. Like that analogy. In other words, it was beautiful. But, you know, the defence. But I'll tell you one thing. I would rather have Mignolet in goal than that Karius in Kiev.
Yep.
Polo the Mint says, hiya mate. Will Trent Canate have their brains switched off?
I hope so. You know what I mean?
That's so big. That's so Polo.
Polo Mint, what a name.
It's like a name, that isn't it? Polo Mint. Polo, honestly, I was just Polo the Mint. Got that name. Like that. Polo the Mint. Paul Beck, you'll never walk alone. Come on, later, lads and girls. Thanks, Paul.
Enjoy the game. Yeah.
Enjoy the game. We're going now ourselves in a moment or two. Imagine kissing the Everton badge just for Origi towards Everton for years to come. Callum, the pride of it. Yeah. That was mad, that wasn't it? That must be the maddest goal ever scored in a game, especially a derby game.
JK. Yeah, it was mad. You remember Van Dijk when he shot? He just went in the air.
And he turned his back. He thought, oh, that's it now.
That's it now.
The game's over. And walked away.
No. And this is what I mean about Origi, bro. I wish we just kept him. You know, he always had that in him. He left the club, went downhill since then. You know what I mean?
Why did he leave? That amazed me. He just let him go, didn't he?
Yep.
Do you think it was to take him off the wage list or something?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
He would have stayed. He was the type of guy. He would have just stayed at the club. I just had a feeling. He would have loved being there, and we just let him go. You know, after he did all that for us. We don't know if you go in a downward spiral if he stayed with us, but I'd rather he stayed with us than he leaving.
Well, when you talk about legendary goals and games and everything else, you think about it. The winning goal in Madrid against Spurs to win the Euro Cup, right? Mm-hmm. The 2 goals against Barca in that most unforgettable, best semi-final comeback ever. That goal against Everton, not my goal. And a goal, I think it was a 4-0 game, where the ball came over and he's waiting for it to come over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He ties it, I think, and he just lobbed it over there, whoever it was, picked it. Mm-hmm. What a goal that was. What a goal. You know, so they're the type of goals, and a few others as well, believe it or not. Was it against Dortmund when we were getting beat? And he just poked it, and it went in. And the Pride says, we went shocking year after the league. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, look at that. Origi scored in a 1-0, 2-0, 4-0, 3-1, 5-2 against Everton. There you go.
There you
go. Says everything. Well, JK, see you later on.
Okay.
Enjoy
the game.
Enjoy
What's
the
your
game.
Prediction?
My prediction, 2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 as well.
Okay.
Sorted. Let's see who wins.
Let's have that smile on our face, at 10 o'clock.
Enjoy the game to the chat.
Yeah. See you people. Come on, the Reds. The pride of Merseyside, Callum. Yes, come on, you Reds. See you later, boys.
Take care.
See you later.
Peace, TW.
See you later, boys. I'm going to end.